Before humanities, we were taught to believe
that what we knew was already perceived.
Our parents taught us what was good and what was bad,
basing their biases off their parents and what they understand.
Then we grew older and became more aware
But the adults warned us to beware
of technology, the media, and teachers at school
who want students to learn about religion, art, and philosophy.
They say these topics are irrational and taught by fools.
They think humanities will not be worthy
of our time in a life where STEM is in its prime.
So with this in mind, we lived according to this.
Not really thinking we can surpass more limits
that were already touched by Newton, Einstein, and Steve Jobs.
However, our purpose isn't to criticize their success.
We're actually reading this in order to confess
that deep down inside, our spirits were sleeping,
and our hearts were missing some important meaning.
So one day in humanities, they taught that Protagoras
once said, man is the measure of all things.
So we didn't understand what Protagoras meant
until humanities broke this barrier in our head.
See, in humanities, we were challenged to think in different ways,
to step out of the zone that our role models have paved,
to use our knowledge in union with our soul,
to learn about Yahweh, Pollock, and Aristotle.
With some of these units, we learn to agree or disagree.
With this said, sorry Plato, but we also don't believe
the absolute truth does exist,
or that the answers of the world were black and white.
With this in mind, we can also portray
that humanities as a verb is learning to leap in the gray.
That through question and passion, we can explore the unknown,
knowing that our hearts won't be left alone.
In this process, because if our minds and our hearts are not aligned,
then how could we possibly learn this rhyme?
We were allowed to indulge
in drama, dance, philosophy, and religion.
We found ourselves questioning the human condition.
Humanities as a verb expanded our minds and our worldview glasses.
It motivated us to educate the other masses.
On Oedipus Rex, Manner's Art, or Dante's Inferno.
On Kantian moral philosophy, Hinduism, and Voltaire.
We also grew conscious that we learned in the dark before.
It is through our passions and feelings that we can climb the stairs
that can lead to a path outside of this cave.
Because we refuse to accept Nietzsche condemning us to a life as slaves.
We refuse to be submissive to the shadows on the wall.
Of the institutions that sway us and make all the calls.
For this reason, we have tried to reach consciousness in this cave.
And humanities has revealed the fire that will save
us, because now that we've been through this journey in our education,
we can be witnesses of our former separation
and repeat what Socrates once said.
Wisdom begins in wonder.
So now that we conclude this spoken word,
we've hoped that we've proven the action of the verb.
Humanities.